Hey everyone, today we are going to do a bunch of stability exercises to help you with the core section, a little lower back, and feel free to use these as an exercise during the recovery day or just after you're done with your workout set. Um, and let's get started. We'll start with a little warm up. Sorry about that focus. Yes. And for the beginning, we just like lightly, this was because I was sitting all day. So just jumping in a workout rarely works for me. And feel free to move your body from the torso region, like here. And now we'll just put a little leg into it. So the opposite leg coming up. So one, two, third count. There. Two, the third count. One, two, third count. So all you're doing is just lifting that leg in an attempt to touch the elbow. Sorry. And one more. Okay. And just if you've been sitting all day long, let's just get some rotations here. So just some hip rotations as much as you can. You don't need to go to the extremes, but this just feels good after a working day. And reverse. Four and five. And now I'm just going to mimic some of the movements that we are going to do right now. So let's get into on all fours right here. And what I'm going to do here is the cat camel position, but I'm not going to hold a stretch much longer. It's going to be quite fast, like a dynamic stretching movement, right? So, and camel, and cat, and camel, and cat, and camel. So try to put as much as you can into both these movements just to stretch out your lower back. So strut that tailbone out and here, bring it in. So putting your entire core into this. And now I am just doing a bird dog. So if you want to start with a bird dog, your right arm goes up. So you're balancing your body on all threes. And then your left leg goes up. So that's just a diagonal balance there, right there. Down. The other limbs and down. And the other pair. So your leg should at least be straight. You don't want to do this. You don't want to, and if you're here, that's perfectly fine. But this is what you want to try in a horizontal. So you cannot be like this. You cannot go there. So just straight and down. Straight and down. So you feel as if your midsection is being pulled apart diagonally. Just little stretches and you're back. Okay. So we are going to start with our stability drills, and these are going to be mostly isometric exercises. So we are not going to do a lot of reps, but we are going to spend a little more time in each rep. So maybe we do just 2 or 3 reps, depending. And then we're going to spend time in each one so as to cause a stable position in that one hold. So yes, we're going to hold an exercise. So let's start with the hollow hold. Oh boy, this is going to be difficult. So for the hollow hold, and let's just position this better, yeah. So for the hollow hold, it's So let's show you the actual version and then we can work on the easier ones. So there you are, there your legs are, and the hollow hold, ideally you would just move up and your feet would too, and you would hold yourself in that position, right? Here, if this is what you cannot do, your feet touch the ground, you come here, back straight, and you still hold yourself. If you lift your feet off the ground, you're in a hollow hold. Here, you're still getting the tension on your ab muscles. Your back is not rounded. This is not what you do. And if you want to relax your arms, feel free. Just the elbows here. 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we do the same hold, but for the back. And that we call, I think it's called a Superman, but let's see. So we'll hold that for 5 counts too. So you turn over, yeah, hands right here, and then you just try to lift all your limbs off the floor and see if you can balance yourself. So in your mind, imagine you're balancing yourself only on your tummy, on your midsection, right? So let's go. Let's hold for 5 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those were hollow holds on both sides. The next we have is planks. Now, you can either be here with your plank and go all in, right? And we just hold this for 5. This is not what we do. This is not acceptable. So either you are here or you're touching your knees and you're still there. So if you cannot hold this position here, right here, which is you're almost parallel to the ground, just put your knees on the floor and that's it. And you should be able to still get a good, tension in your midsection. If this is not something that you can do, you come on a plank on your arms, right? So right here is where you would come. If this is not acceptable, bend your knees. So be in that position, and then when you feel tension, just lower your knees down. This is fine, right? So let's start with it. Whichever position you're comfortable. If this is what it is, then be here. Else just go for the full version. We are only doing this for 5 seconds or 5 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now we do the reverse plank. So reverse planks are easy. Here, then axial planks. So your elbows right here, so your forearms. I need to come back on the mat. Yeah, there. So your forearms here, and you're going to lift your body up. So you're going to be in a direction that is declining towards your feet, like a decline slope, right? So there. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the next we can do, yes, the next we do is a stability exercise which does target your quads but also your midsection, and that is a wall sit. So how do you do a wall sit? Imagine yourself in a squat, in a sitting position, but there is no chair beneath you, right? So go as deep as you want, at least till your thighs are parallel to the floor, and just sit. If you want to make this harder, grab something in your hands like a 5-pound dumbbell, anything you want, right? And this is way too slippery. And if it is, or if you're not finding a wall, this squat right here is okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back on the ground. And now we're going to do a bridge. A bridge is really good for our back. Even when our lower back is paining, a bridge is a good exercise to do. So what you do in that is you lay on the ground, your foot firmly placed, and then we lift our torso. But you don't lift your torso by putting a pressure on the shoulders. You lift your torso like you're punching your feet in the ground like this, and you lift it. Got it? So it's as if you're pushing the ground with your heels or with your foot and then lifting yourself up. There you go. Right? So this is what it should be. This is not what it should be if you're like this, where your back is almost here. You get a searing pain in your upper back. So no. So your foot should be firmly placed, and then you go in a direction which is almost inclined. So you're in a straight line from your knees to your shoulders, right? So this is where you are. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you lower from your shoulder down to your knees. Imagine that it's just one vertebra touching down at a time. Slowly. Okay, let's do one more of that. Ready? 1, 2, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, let's do that circuit again. So we'll do it faster because we already know where we were. Okay, I have the circuit written. Right. So we did the hollow hold first, and then we did the Superman. Right. So those two first. So let's start with the hollow hold wherever you are comfortable. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. Let's turn around and do the Superman now. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And right into that plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the reverse plank now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right into the wall sit or a squat hold. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boy, this is slippery. And now let's go to the bridge for 2 counts. Ready? Push. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly down. Rest. Breathe. Let's go for one more count. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, just take a sip of water. But this is all that we had. I'm trying to keep the circuits as short as possible. So it's okay to do this when you have a work meeting or if you're just juggling work and kids and workout and still trying to get some workout in. So this is all that we had. If you want to, you can do another 2 sets of each. Go as far as you feel comfortable doing. Feel free to include dumbbells like 5 lbs for Superman, for wall sits. They're all great tools. But otherwise, we are done here. And if you want to cool down, we can go forth and do that. Okay, so for the cool down, let's go in our cat cow again, but this time we do it a little more deliberately, right? So cat, so strut, push that tailbone out, and cow. So here, pull everything you got into making that hump on your upper back, stretch, and cat again, slowly. And one more. And from here, let's just go down into a cobra. So cobra is you just place your palms near your chest and push your palms to the ground to lift your body up. So push and look up, and you'll feel that stretch in your abdomen. And behind, so you feel a stretch on your sides, the other side. And let's go into a child's pose. And we are done. So feel free to also do the workout multiple times if you want, but remember to do your warm-up and cool down. Right, see ya.